Now, when they went public with their opinions, Dorian and Ronnie Coleman, they basically, it kind of diminished the win of Brandon Curry a little bit, right? It kind of made it seem like they both said that in their time he wouldn't be in the top 6. He would not be able to be on a stage with them, like something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw you actually making some posts about that. You kind of agreeing with them a little bit, right? I mean,
I agree. I agree with them.
I don't remember exactly what you said, but it was something like you also in that going into that direction, basically.
I do see like a Brandon Curry. Listen, he's got great symmetry, shape, great muscularity, but he doesn't have the separation and density that a Ronnie Coleman had. Maybe the same size. Like I'm not going to say I was better in my day than Brandon Curry because they're much bigger in that era compared to the late 80s, early 90s. But the mid late 90s into the early 2000 was like a great field of bodybuilders between Kevin Lerone, Nazar El Sambadi, Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, Ronnie Coleman. You could go on and on. Paul Dillette. You had such a deep field of great competitors that any one of them could be Mr. Olympia in today's standards. And I just think that it's lost a little bit. I think when we trained really hard. And I'm not saying guys today, there are some guys that train really hard. It's like every training session's a photo shoot because they're using selfies to take pictures of themselves while they're training. When I was training for a show, it was balls to the wall focus. And I didn't have time to take pictures or anything because I'm training for that. And when I trained, it's like, if you saw some of my old videos, it's like, I trained like they were gonna kill my whole family if I didn't train with the hardest I could, when I went, they got ready for a show. And that's how Ronnie Coleman trained, and that's how Dorian Yates trained, and that's how a lot of the other competitors trained. I just don't see some of those guys training like that. Another thing is, from Ronnie's era, which I think changes, he's the first to kind of use a guru. Now everybody uses a guru. And these gurus are dictating to these bodybuilders what to do and how to diet, what drugs to take, diuretics. And honestly, I saw Brandon Curry photo shoots 2 or 3 weeks out from the Olympia that I thought he looked better than he did on stage. And I just think something happened with, his guru or his trainer with diuretics or whatever that changed and made him just look differently where he just had a film on him.
But still the best on stage at that evening, right? In your opinion, or no? Well, he had the best symmetry and shape. If you want to say who was in the best condition, Hadi was the best condition, who came third. But he wasn't as big. He's a little bit, his symmetry, his shape is a little weird, compared to like Brandon. So, I would say because of that reason, Brandon's bigger, better symmetry, shape. That's why he won, But if you're looking at conditioning, to me, Hadi had the shape of what we're talking about that, Dorian's talking about that I'm talking about that, Is conditioning should be the most important?
No, I don't think it's the most important, but it is something, it's a combination of shape, symmetry, conditioning, everything. So that full package has to go on stage. So if a guy has the genetics to have great shape, size, but he comes in soft, why should he be rewarded with first place? Another guy who maybe has less symmetry but is dense, hard, striated, very impressive to look at, that guy should win. But they're not doing that. I don't think they're rewarding guys for the conditioning as much as they should. Presentation as well. I believe posing is just out the door. Posing was a very important part of bodybuilding that has totally just been lost because it's not scored, so people don't care. So these guys competing in shows are posing like it's a guest posing, not like it's a show that's choreographed to the music, to the routine where, they hit the shots perfectly to the song. When I did that, I practiced hours and hours a day in a posing room. So I do my, hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours of posing, and then I go back to the gym and pose. I train again for another hour. So posing was a big part of it, that today's bodybuilders. Another reason why you're not getting hard. If you're not posing hard, you're not going to get your body hard. That isometrics or that isotension causes the muscle to be harder. So they're not really, doing that as much.